Hi, on today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to draft pattern for a halter neck dress. So first of all, we're going to be drafting the upper parts of the dress, which is a halter neck top, using my bulk pattern making for the shapely African woman. We're also going to be using our measuring tape, our garments making French curves, pattern paper, and our writing materials, ruler. For you, I would strongly recommend I use a pencil and eraser. I'm going to be using a pattern so that you can be able to see my patterns very well. So first off, we're going to mark out our vertical lines, starting from the neckline, shoulder line, chest line, armhole line, bust line, underbust line, high waist line, and of course the hem allowance for the top. So from the zero line, we'll come down by 1 inch. That's going to be our neckline. That's our shoulder line. So we'll come down from the zero line. The zero line is our neckline, the upper edge of the pattern paper. So we'll have our chest line at number 6 because this is a medium sized person's pattern. So for the armhole line, we're using 8 inches. That's round bust divided by 4 plus 2.4 inches. So we'll replicate the lines on the other part. Remember, this is going to be a half top because we're going to attach a flare to it. So it's basically a flare dress that has a peplum on top. So we'll connect the lines. So these lines now are for the front pattern. So we're also going to draw the lines for the back pattern separately. For this particular method, we're going to do it a little bit differently. All the lines are going to be the same. Then the back line, the high waist line for the back is going to be 2 inches shorter than the high waist line for the front. Reason being that when you take the measurements of the front and the back, because of the bust measurements, you would always have the back high waist being shorter than that of the front. So that's why instead of marking 18 inches for the back, I'm now going to be marking 16 inches to be used as a high waist of the back. So we also replicate the same lines and connect them using our iron ruler. So if you need any of these pattern making tools, they are available at the EREX Fashion store. You can contact us on 070-3211-3474 to order them. Of course, now we use our metal rule to connect them like so, and this is basically it. So this part is going to be called the back. So we're going to start making our patterns from the back area. Okay, so from the edge of the pattern paper, we're going to come in by 1.5 inches. That 1.5 inches is going to serve as our zip allowance. So we'll connect it with our ruler from the upper edge to the high waist line. So I labeled it ZA so that we can all know and be reminded that it's our zip allowance. So we're going to mark out our neck width. Because it's a halter neck, I'm going to use a neck width of 1.75. So we'll mark the shoulder divided by 2 on the shoulder line, shoulder divided by 2 on the chest line, shoulder divided by 2 on the armhole line. Then we all still on the same armhole line, we're going to mark the round bust divided by 4. So we just take down the round bust divided by 4 measurements all the way to the high waist line. So if you're new to my channel, do well to like this video and subscribe. You can share so that others too can learn. Then we can now use our slants to connect to the neck width and then connect to the armhole area using our armhole curve. So these curves are actually very versatile. They are specifically for garments making. Perhaps in my next video I'll make a more detailed video of the curves, the uses. It comes like 7, 8 in a set. So just use it to draw in the curve for the armhole. You can bring it a little lower if you want to. You can take it a little higher, anyhow you want it. The curves are actually very versatile. So you connect your curves. So next that we've gotten to this point, we're going to go over to the front. After drawing on the curve for the back, we'll go over to the front. Remember, we used the neck width of 1.75 inches for the back, so we're also going to use a neck width of 1.75 inch for the front. So we are doing a zip shaping at the back by taking away 0.75 inches from the high waist, under bust, and the bust line. Then we'll connect it to the upper edge of the neckline. We usually slash it out so that you can know that we'll cancel it out. It's for the back zip shaping so that the back zipper can sit properly when we eventually decide to fix in a zipper. We do it for all of our tops and it usually comes out very well. So the front neck width we use 1.75 inches Then the depth, you can use 2 inches or 2.5 inches. I prefer 2.5 inches so that it doesn't get too tight around the neckline area. So you can use any of the curves you want to use for the neck, as far as it gives you the shape that you want. So here we'll mark half of the shoulder. So we're working with a shoulder measurement of 15, so we'll just mark half of 15, which is going to give us 7.5. So we'll connect it like so. On the chest line, we'll mark 7.5. That's half of the shoulder minus half. We'll do the same thing to the armhole and mark round bust divided by 4 on the armhole and drag it all the way down to the high waistline. So anytime you're making like a half top that stops along the high waistline, you just go ahead and use the round bust divided by 4 measurements all the way to the high waistline. So you can just use your curve to draw in your armhole curve anyhow you want it, and that's basically it. Alright, so now we've drafted the front pattern, we've drafted the back pattern. There is actually a dart range for different sizes. So if someone's bust measurement is between 32 to 34, I'm going to drop it somewhere in this video. If someone's bust measurement is between 32 to 34, we're going to use a dart of 5 cm to 6 cm. So we'll now mark our nipple to nipple position. So our high waist position, round high waist is 30 divided by 2. So we are starting with high waist shaping by saying 30 divided by 2, which is the high waist divided by 2. So once you find half of it, which is 15, any other thing from the point where you got your 15 to the center back line is excess. So we now mark our nipple to nipple line, which is our dart line that I just marked now. So we got an excess of 5.5 cm. For the back dart line, you make front dart position plus 0.75 inches. You know that 0.75 inches we eliminated from the back zip line. So now we're going to go ahead to share our dart unevenly. So towards the center front, we take out 2 cm. The other side, we take out 4 cm. I'll drop the range. You would understand it better when you see the range. So for the back, we're using 1.5 cm left, 1.5 cm right, and stopping at the armhole. But for the front, we are stopping at the underbust because we're still going to do underbust shaping. So now we have used a total dart of 9 centimeters. Meanwhile, our excess was 5.5 centimeters, which means that we are actually owing 3.5 cm. So that 3.5 cm we're owing, we divide it into 2 equal parts and pay in front and at the back along the side pieces. Dear pattern maker, please note this and no piece. Your side piece must not necessarily have a shape. For African patterns, we always focus on the bust area. So I'm making sure that we'll have a perfect fit. So we now go ahead to do the underbust shaping. You jump and pass all your darts. The darts you're basically passing is the back darts, okay? So we have our excess and we're going to share it. We're still going to use the same darts that we used for the high waist area. So for the high waist area, we use 6 centimeters. We're not going to use anything less for the underbust area. So we're still going to use 6 centimeters. For now, we're not really paying anything because our excess kind of tallies with what we have here. So you can see the importance of the French curve. So we'll find the midline of this point of the shoulder. When we find the midline, we'll mark it and we go ahead to connect it to the nipple points. Okay, so we'll go ahead to connect it to the nipple points. You can see it's well blended, it's neat, no drama, no curves that are too pointy. So find the midpoint of the back too and connect it with a slant like so. It's already looking good. So we now have, we'll just come and mark that difference. The front is longer than the back with 2 inches. So that 2 inches difference, you come down and give it a bust dart from the front bust line down by 2 inches. Of course, it's a dart. So these places I'm marking, you're going to cut them off eventually. So now we're going to pay back for that 0.75 inch zip shaping that we took off at the back. We'll pay it in front, yes, because the bust is fuller in front and we actually want it to look fuller in front. So we pay in front by adding 0.75 inches. It is not the sewing allowance, it is the payback allowance. So we're paying back 0.75 inches in front. Remember, we're using this book pattern making for the shapely African woman. You can get a copy of the latest edition on Amazon. You can also contact us directly to order if you're in Nigeria. So we'll add sewing allowance of 2 inches. Half inch will be used to turn your lining, then 1.5 inch will be used as normal side seam in case you add weight or you want any alterations, which our patterns do very well to eliminate any need at all for those kind of alterations in measurement. So we now connect 2 inches. Now if you notice, we use 2 inches initially on the side piece. If you drag that 2 inches straight down to the sewing allowance, you would have ended up taking down more than 2 inches, and by the end of the day you'd end up having a shortage on the front. So when you measure that line on the front, it gives you 8 inches. It tallies with the line at the back by the time you close up the darts. So that's the essence of remarking. You can see I remarked. It wasn't a mistake. I intentionally did that so that you can easily follow up. So if you're new to my channel, go ahead and like this video, subscribe and share so that others too can learn. So at this point we are done with our front and back pattern. We said we're going to make a halter neck, so we're also going to take one of the curves from our garment maker curve and draw in the shape of the halter neck all the way to the armhole line. I actually want to add a zipper to this halter neckline so that I can easily unzip it, put back my halter neck and then put it back. So I'm going to be adding a zip allowance of 1 inch. So at this point I kind of made a mistake by marking the 1 inch because I forgot that I wasn't going to eliminate this part totally. I wouldn't eliminate it. I'll still have to use it and add a zipper allowance and zip it together when I want to zip it together. I want it to be like a versatile top. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to the back too. Connect to the neck width and connect to the armhole, and now we have our halter neckline design. So for my friends right here who have issues dealing with halter neckline, this is just how to do it. So my +1 is for the zipper allowance. I can easily eliminate it later if I want. I can go ahead to make it 1/2 inch. So we have side back and we're going to cut 2 pieces of it. We have side front, we're going to cut 2 pieces. Center front, we're going to cut that on a fold. My name is Eberechi Igwe Obona, writer of pattern making for the shapely African woman and creative director of EREX Academy of Fashion, Enugu's best fashion academy. So on the side we go up by 1/2 inch, we go up by 1/2 inch and we connect it together, because once you sew your darts, the side is going to have a very funny, not so nice shape. So we just go ahead to connect it like so and blend it neatly, and then we go ahead to do the same thing to the back. So go up by 1/2 inch, then blend down, slide down neatly so that it comes out really nicely. So if you yet subscribe to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. You can still go ahead, subscribe, drop a comment, ask your questions in the comment section. You can check out our website on www.erexfashionacademy.com. You can also check out on our Facebook page at Maison Direct. The link is in the description box. You can follow us on Instagram at EREX Fashion. So here we're adding our hem allowance, the sewing allowance that we're going to use in attaching the flare part. We're adding it here, which is going to be 1/2 inch. The next video I'm going to show you how to draft the pattern for the flare, and then we'll do another one on how to sew this beautiful halter neck top that is very versatile. We can fix a sleeve, we can take it off using a zipper and all of that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video so far. So at this point we're just cutting it out so that you can see how it turns out. So when we want to cut the side, we just split up to the bust position and just split this dart slightly and then use it to cover the space. So that's why I said you need a masking tape for this pattern. So we use a masking tape to close up the darts. And then you connect to the other part and then close it up properly and go ahead to cut it off. So we're going to add sewing allowance to each of the patterns So please don't forget to add your sewing allowance. I'm going to add my sewing allowance using gum off camera, so you can easily just go ahead to do that. So if you'd like to register for our physical fashion school in Enugu, we have our physical fashion school at 48 Neni Street, opposite Queen School, Ogui layout, Enugu. You can contact us on 07032113474. If you'd like to enroll for any of our online courses, you can click on the link in the description box to enroll. So you can see we're eliminating that zip shaping part. So that's the reason why we have to pay in front, because if you eliminate it and you don't pay it, for this particular outfit you're going to be having fitting issues. You're going to struggle to fit it and get it correctly. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next training video.